going on? We are back on the J. Andre TV show, Jatv. And I am your host, J. Andre. Man, I just drank some water, so excuse me. Yeah, I just drank some water. Had a nice little shot of water right there. But back on the Jatv show, I am your host, J. Andre, and I got one of the greatest. Okay, here right now, we got a legend right now on set. Okay, we gonna go right here because I gotta get my little intro. Okay, so let me say this: when rhythm speaks, the world listens. From the church pews, from New York to the biggest stage across the globe, Nat Townsley has been the heartbeat behind legends. He's played with Mariah Carey, Lauryn Hill, Joe, CeCe Winans, Stevie Wonder, Donnie McClurkin, and countless more. Blending gospel fire, jazz finesse, and R&B soul into every beat he touches. A drummer's drummer, a musician's anchor, and a living testament that timing isn't just everything, it's legacy. This is the story, the groove, the genius. My guy, put your hands together for the one and only Mr. Nat Townsley, y'all. Come on! I don't even understand what the hell is it here. Come on! That's what I'm saying, man. How you doing, man?
Bro, I'm doing great. That's an intro, bro. If you ain't say my name, I was like, who you talking about?
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to just do my thing, you know what I'm saying? That's the whole Shannon Sharp thing. Oh, black in the day. I'm not, Shannon Sharp. But I'm just joking. And like, I just wanted to make sure, I'm trying to improve the show. You know what I'm saying? Try to do a little something.
Man. I appreciate
but yes,
you,
I had to do a little intro like that. Make sure you was good. This guy right here, I mean, we go back for like, God, over 20 years, man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm not going to say my age. But yes, we go back over 20 years, like way back. I mean, I remember meeting you at Jimmy's Uptown.
Jeez.
That was the first time I met you.
Yeah.
The first time I saw you there. I remember I was just there, I was doing my thing, and this was around the time when I was hanging around with Maria Davis at the time.
Yeah.
Shout outs to Maria Davis. You gotta come on the show soon.
Right.
Yeah, but she, I used to hang with her when we was at Soul Cafe, and before I met you, people used to tell me all the time, they was like, yo, you ever heard of Nat Townsley? Nat Townsley. They used to speak your name all the time. And I'm like, nah, I don't know that. I don't know who that is. And they used to be like, yeah, you got to check him out. Da-da-da. So then one day, I just happened to go to Jimmy's Uptown. I forgot who took me there. And Shelby Johnson was there. She was hosting. Shout outs to her. And she was hosting. And you were playing that night. Yeah. And I remember you. There was I forgot what song it was, but then they gave you a solo because everybody was doing a solo, and they gave you a solo. And I remember I was sitting there like, yo, dude, he sound like it's like 18 people at one time playing. Who the hell is this guy? Like, it was crazy. Like, if you hear, like, that movie Drumline. When I think of Drumline, I think of Nat, because it's just like, yo, it's like, that's what he sounds like. He sounds like a whole bunch of stuff going on. But it's just like, when I saw that, people were just like, oh, I was like, yo, who is this dude? They was just like, Nat Townsley. I'm like, oh, that's who the hell that is? Like, no wonder people's talking about him. So, yeah, man. So let's talk about it. When did you know, like, when you got your first kit and all that kind of stuff? Like, do you remember your first kit, when you sat on the drums? And what was that moment like for you when you first started getting into drumming?
Well, I grew up in church, Mm-hmm. Shout out to my parents, my dad, God rest his soul, mom. And, just family church. So growing up playing in church. Yeah. And so my set was whatever the church had. I bought my official set, my first drum set that I actually bought. I was an adult.
Oh, wow.
I always just played what was ever in the church. So,
okay. Sound like me.
In my, but in my 20s, that's when I actually officially bought my first drum set.
Let me ask you a question, because I know this is probably like a typical question for all drummers. You ever go to like a church that you want to play, and it's like, all right, the drum set is there. And it's like, all right, cool. And they ain't got no drumsticks?
Well, I always carry my drumstick, so that's never a problem.
Okay, cool.
You know me, bro. My stick bag goes with me everywhere.
Okay, he just basically said, oh, nigga, you just the one that's just unprepared. You the unprepared nigga. That's all that meant. All right, that's all.
Well, you do so many things, so that's why you sing, you play keys.
But it's crazy, but drumming was actually my first instrument.
Yeah.
It was. So I remember because my parents told me, they were like, yeah, you were young, we bought you your set. And they were like, yeah, we didn't want to get thrown out of the house, so we kind of had to get rid of it. They were like, yo, 2, 3 in the morning. I'd be like, ah! Right. And then my mother said, like, when they took it from me, I was disappointed. So then I started taking books and pots and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And I was just like,
chairs, boxes,
right. And then they had to hide the pots.
Everything becomes
and I was just
a
like,
set.
yeah, but you gotta cook though.
Yeah, everything.
You can't hide everything all the time, man. You know
Bro,
what I'm
I
saying?
used to get beat every day. I would take the pots and pans and set up next to the washing
used to
machine.
get beat for that.
Oh, bro, that machine had that boomy bottom. So I'm like, okay, boom. I set up, got the chair here, got the pots and pans here, got a book here. I used to rip the hangers up and use the hangers.
Right.
Oh man, I used to get beat every day. My mother was beating me every day. Now she's like, oh,
I was about to say she regrets it now, huh?
Oh man, growing up,
like that's right, Mom. You owe me some money for all the pain and suffering you gave me.
Everything was a drum.
That's great.
Man.
So your mom did the beating? Oh, wasn't the daddy?
Pops was proud, because Pops, he played keys and he showed me the basics, so he was real. He was hear the rhythm. He's like, look at my son got the rhythm. My mother come home from work. I don't want to hear this noise.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, I'm gonna play a rhythm on your behind when you get home. Don't be sorry.
Different energy.
Wow.
But after a while, all of that changed.
All right. So you play for a lot of, play for people, play for legends across the globe. But who made you the most nervous, like before hitting the stage? Like anybody made you nervous? Like, oh man, I'm actually playing for this person?
Man. Well, I mean, I didn't know what to do when I played with Stevie Wonder. So I got.
What is this
called.
effect that is so crazy? This guy is blind. He can't see any of the stuff that we're reacting to, and we're the ones who's going crazy, swooning, freaking out for this guy. Like, let me tell you, and it's including myself. Like, yo, I'm a huge Stevie Wonder fan. People know, you know what I'm saying? I sing Stevie Wonder songs all the time, whatever. But it's crazy. It's nothing like meeting this guy. It's like I met him at the Sugar Bar the first time. God rest his soul, Nick Ashford. He had me meet him and had me sit down. And while he was over there, because it was crazy, because I sang Stevie Wonder, and then I saw him walk in, and he heard me sing the song, whatever, and I was just like, oh, this is crazy. And then Nick Ashford was like, hey, you want to meet him? I was like, yeah, sure. So his sister made me meet him downstairs, whatever, and while I was going downstairs, yo, he was tearing the shit out of some chicken bones, bro. He was going in, licking the fingers, and I was like, yo, he see all that?
Yeah.
But I figured, I'm sure you don't have to take, it's different kind of sense. But still, he was tearing it up. And then I went over there and I sat down to him, and there's Nick Ashford. I didn't even know what to say.
Bro.
This guy couldn't see me, and I'm sitting there nervous, like starstruck. And Nick Ashford's like, talk, nigga. You know what I'm saying? He's like, you can say something, like, it's okay. And then I'm looking, I'm like, oh, okay, that's crazy. And I'm like, hey, whatever. And he was like, oh, you the one that sang to your girl. I was like, yeah, man. Like, he remembered what was going on, you know what I'm saying, what I did. And he was like, yeah, you did a real good job. Gave me his card, gave it to my manager. Screw it up from there. But anyway, your story now.
No, but well, certain people are basically like the fabric of who we are as musicians and where we come from. So Stevie is always going to be that. You just talked about Ashford and Simpson, Nick Ashford, Valerie Simpson. The first time I played at the Sugar Bar in front of them, I was nervous. You know, my first road gig, shout out to my big brother, Jonathan Dubose. I was MDing for Tremaine Hawkins. So the first time I played for Tremaine, I was like, oh. You know what I mean? So it's just certain people. I played, and I didn't never played for Shaka, but I played in front of Shaka. And I was like, yo, this is so certain people, that's just kind of the fabric of who we are. You know, you get like that in front of Quincy Jones. I didn't ever play for him, but the first time playing with Tremaine Hawkins, the first time we went overseas, we did the Montreux Jazz Festival.
Wow. And
he was directing the gospel night. So it's not only Quincy directing it, you had Andre and Sandra Crouch, Gladys Knight, Tremaine Hawkins, and then this Atlanta Mass Choir. So we all rehearsing for like 3 days in front of him because he wanted the night to go a certain way. And then, and he's sitting back there at the table.
He was like, I got my eye on you.
I'm like, but he was so cool.
Oh, yeah, he's cool as hell.
It's interesting that the people who really are the fabric of who we are, they're the coolest, man.
It is. You know what's the weird thing, too? Stevie Wonder's taller than I thought.
Yeah.
Stevie Wonder like 6'1" or 6 feet.
Tall.
Like I didn't even know that.
Yeah, he's
like
tall.
when I flew him at the Sugar Bar, I was like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are you talking about? Like,
but it's like those people, and you know, like Nick, God bless his soul.
Yeah,
one of the nicest people. Miss Val, you know, like she continues to support. She don't have to, bruh.
Yeah,
her
she doesn't.
She could.
None of
she
them
could
did.
fade and just live off of royalty checks,
Yeah.
and that'd be that. But she comes in, she supports everybody.
She did that
She'll
with me.
sing with you. She'll
Yep.
play for you. If somebody don't know, it's like. You know, Stevie, very cool.
Shout out to
Quincy,
Valerie
very cool.
Simpson.
Oh,
Yes.
Shout out.
Yes,
man.
yes.
Shout out.
I gotta
The
get you on the
queen.
show too. Yes, yes.
The
Gotta get you
queen.
on here. Come on, Queen.
The
We love
queen.
you.
The
Always,
queen.
man. She
Always,
always
man.
looked out. Always looked out.
Always,
And
always.
always supported. Even when my first show, like, she helped me put my first band together and, you know, do my first show at the Sugar Bar. You know what I'm saying? Like, they put it like Nick and Val. They was just
man.
like, and they came through.
And they
Sat
came
right
through.
there, was just like, come on, man. Like, they're
Yeah.
always supporters.
Always. It's
If they
speak to
if they
everybody.
know that you're having a show, they're gonna come through.
They're gonna
If
come
they got the
through.
time, if they ain't touring nowhere. But yeah.
And they'll also encourage you,
Mm-hmm.
willing to share information. So most of the people that really like the
Yeah,
foundation,
Nick
the fabric of us, they're very nice.
Nick Ashford got me to start singing Stevie Wonder songs. He was the one
there you go.
main one who did it because when I got there, I didn't really know too many of like covers like that. You know, I was young, and then you know I was doing my songs and trying to teach it to the band, but then you know they had tracks. So at the time, Jimmy was just like, "Yeah, I'll play it for you, whatever." You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you, Jimmy. But then yeah, he would play the track for me, and then I remember I did a couple times, and then Nick was just like, have you ever like sang like any other songs? And I was like, some of the songs I have. He was like, I don't know, something about your tone. He always said that to me. He was like, something about your tone when you sing, man. I'm really enjoying it. He said, you ever thought about singing some Stevie Wonder songs? I was like, I know a couple, but I really don't know much like that. And he was like, yeah, study some songs and and do that, whatever. And then kind of went from there. I was doing Ribbon in the Sky for like a whole year until they were just like, do you know anything else? Nigga, come on. And it went from there to All I Do to Stevie to Superstition. And I just started taking off, started doing other things. Yeah, but they took me in. You know what I'm saying? They took me in, molded me and make sure and shaped me up to where I am today. You know what I'm saying? So shout outs to them. Ashford and Simpson.
Me too, man. Me too. When they opened the spot, we were one of the first bands with Ron Grant. Shout out to Ron Grant.
R.I.P. Ron Grant.
You
Yes,
know
sir.
what I mean? We went there, we performed, and again, just willing to share information and just, support. So,
And it passes down too, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you were like that. I remember when I used to want to hire you because, for the most part, you're the number one guy I call when I do shows. But it's like, I used to be nervous to ask you because I used to be like, yo, this guy, he's known all over New York. And you used to be like, nigga, just ask. I'm good. You know what I mean? I'll come through. I'm supporting. I got you. And you believed in me. You know what I'm saying? I knew that you always believed in me and what I've done and everything. So anytime when I asked you and you always said yes, I always felt like, damn, I'm still important enough for him to like work with me. You know what I'm saying? Because some people is like, you can't work with everybody. Some people get on your goddamn nerve. Like, I can't work with everybody. You know what I'm saying? I work with a lot of people, work with different musicians, but some of them I'm not going to call back again. You know what I'm saying? But this guy, I can call all the time. And even there was one time he threatened me and was just like, you don't call me, and I ain't the first person. Unless I'm out of town, I'll whoop your ass. Make sure you call me. So, when he said that to me, I was like, that meant a lot. So, yes, shout out to you, man. Yes,
oh, bro, I mean.
sir. Come on. I be crying in this bitch, all right?
Brother, that's where we come from, man.
Yes,
That's part of the thing I don't like about the conversation today is because today's conversation is not where we come from. Where we come from, we all helped each other out like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We all were on the same scene. Hey, it's an open mic here. Oh, well, come on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's how I got into it. There were other drummers. Like, shout out to Ralph Roll. He was playing the club scene.
Yeah.
But he was like, come sit in.
Yeah.
I come sit in when he's traveling. Hey, man, sub this, do this for me, man. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm playing that Nels. I'm playing that Chaz and Wilson's. I'm
Nels,
playing
oh
that.
my gosh,
Bro, all these,
shout
like,
out
you
to
know what I
Nels.
mean?
Oh my gosh.
But these are the people that we grew up with. Like,
shout outs to Miss Matlock. Not Miss Matlock. Shout outs to you, Miss Matlock. But, oh God.
Teddy
Jeez.
B.
No, not her. The other lady, Lynn Lockamy.
Lynn.
Shout outs to you, Lynn Lockamy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's when I met her. I met her at
Yeah.
Nels. And, oh, yes. Yes.
Yep. And we
Throwback.
would be there. Teddy B, Melanie Daniels. You know what I mean? Shout out to my sister Mel.
These are all people.
Man.
These like I pretty much grew up in the open mic.
Yeah.
All these people: Melanie Daniels, Mike Davis, Sean Jamel, rest in peace.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like these are all like these people are really like the legacy legends to me. You know what I'm saying? These are people I looked up to. You know what I mean?
Same.
So this is crazy.
Man. Yeah. Because you know I came from church, so coming into that scene, they didn't know me like that. I knew Ron Grant. I knew Gary Montu.
Gary Montu.
God rest his soul. Shout out to Gary.
Oh my God, he was.
But we knew each other from church.
Show.
Yeah, but we knew each other from the church scene. But like the whole club industry, nobody knew who I was, but they were like, "Oh, you play? All right, well, come sit in."
Yeah. Nice.
And that was the thing, man.
That's crazy. Cause that's what I'm saying. Cause it's just like, like I think about all the times, all the days when we used to go there, Cafe Wow, all the time. You know what I mean? 101 Village Underground. Like the Groove. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to remember this other place, man. It was a fancy place. I'm trying to remember. It was like a long time ago. I can't remember. But those places. What else, man? Like all those places.
Blue Angel, Chaz and Wilson's.
Yeah.
Like,
even when you said about Nels, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
You took it
People
back
forget
to
about it. Yeah.
14th Street, man.
Yeah.
Used to go there. I think it was Tuesdays or like something like that, right? Or
and back in the day when Sylvia's had music in Harlem, we used to do
Thursday
nights in Sylvia's.
Shout out to Antoine too, because I know he was doing it for a while over there.
And Mike Phillips.
Mike Phillips, sax player Mike Phillips?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's cool. Well, you will get discovered in Harlem. That's a little. And Sylvia's? Oh, yeah. You tear it up, man. I just went out there last year. One of my homegirls, we hung out there. Boy, I got some little smothered stuff, whatever, man. Smothered stuff coming down my elbow.
Smothered stuff?
Let's go. I'm telling you, baby. The compilation is coming, baby. It's coming, baby. Smothered stuff, huh? Yeah. What if I did have some smothered stuff, huh? It could have been with a female, huh? It could have been with Sylvia. Let me stop. All right, let me stop. All right, stop it. All right. So drummers gotta lock in with everybody. So how do you mentally prep before performing with artists, who all have like different energies?
Well, it's what I try to tap more into is the spirit of music, not necessarily the talent or the gift. The gift is already given, you know what I mean? But everybody has a different flow.
In other words, I'm one with myself.
Well, that comes from God, so you just gotta make sure that's always aligned, and everything else works out. It's not that hard. Just make sure you know who He is and where you got it from. And then when you're listening to the music, and you're studying an artist or studying their music, now you tap into like what the spirit of that person is. You know what I mean? And then it's like, okay, you give what you need to give for that. And I'd rather them ask for more than say less. You know what I mean?
Pretty much you feed off that energy.
I'd feed. That's what it is, bro. That's what it is. Yes, all of it is.
Let's be real. What's one gig, right, where you were like, yo, they ain't even paying me enough for this one, bro?
That's
He's like, that's pretty often.
I mean, I've been in the industry a long time, so it's a lot of that. Okay. But it's not necessarily paying me, because no one can pay me to play. That comes from God. So you don't have enough money to pay me for what God gave me. You pay me.
Clap if you want to. Come on. That's what I'm saying.
We get paid.
Get right with God, nigga.
We get paid to deal with you and what comes with you as an artist. Yeah. So that's kind of how That's kind of how we judge. All right, you ain't paying. And a lot of artists, as you know, their attitudes and their demeanor is just like
egos too.
Bruh, it's like you didn't create this. This was given to you.
Right, it was given to you.
This was given to us. Like, calm that down.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So you ever had a moment like mid-performance where something wild happened and the show still had to like go on?
Oh yeah.
I think that happens in everyone,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. One of the stories that stuck out was we were doing this. We were at Seaport, and I was playing with shout out to Tony Stevenson.
Oh, okay. Tony Stevenson, let's go.
Yes, another one that kind of helped me in this game as well.
Same here.
And we at South Street Seaport, and the bass drum goes in the middle of the gig, like the head gone right in the middle of the gig. And so what I did was I detoned the floor time and played the floor time at the bass drum.
I just had to pause you for a second because you said something about. All right, but go ahead. But it's fine. Go ahead. All right, so the floor time, bro.
Here we go.
He was like, yo, the head. I was like, yo. And then I looked at the audience and my homeboy like, we are so ignorant too. All right. Come on,
I said the drum head.
Right.
Bass drum head.
Yes.
Ain't no smother than bass drum head.
Shots fire! Let's go. No, you're right. No, that's crazy. No, that's crazy.
But we had to do like a whole nother hour and a half.
Yeah.
With me, basically playing the rest of the set with one hand and playing the right hand on the bass drum as the kick.
Oh, I hate doing that.
And Tony was like, yo, I don't care what anybody say. You the best. And then he tells that story all the time.
Right.
But that was one of those times. And there's been many other things.
Yo, shout out to Tony. Tony do the
Tony's
same
hilarious.
thing. Tony be like, yo, you see this guy right here? You see this guy? He's the best. If he loves you, you're the best. I'm telling you.
Yes.
I'm telling you. You're the best at all times. You know what I'm saying? All right. Okay, so you play gospel, R&B, jazz, pop, and all that stuff. Do you have like a genre that secretly brings out you, like brings you out like your beast mode type thing?
No, I wouldn't say that.
You're lying.
Again, I just get into the music.
Oh, okay.
But there's other things in the art that inspire me, and other genres that like Brazilian music, African music, tap dances. Rhythmically. Like there was a time where I went through a couple of years of just listening and studying the combinations of tap dances.
That makes sense.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, you just had, big man Cartier on here, man. Shout out to you, brother.
Yeah.
Love you, man.
Yes,
like people don't understand like the combinations rhythmically. And I just started studying and listening to that, because sometimes you can get stuck and take just a drum approach to everything. And it's like, okay, I need a different way how to say this.
Yeah.
And so I was listening to Gregory every day, Savion, Sammy, and just like really like the movie Tap. I watched that over and over every day. Like I was watching that every day for like a year and practicing to that.
Yeah.
Because when they all get in that circle, bro, and they start going, I'm like, yo. The street scene.
When you was watching it, when you was watching it, was your mama helping? They were like, "You watching it again?"
Well, I wasn't at home at that time. So thank God I have to hear that. Thank God I have to hear that.
Yeah.
But man, every single day I get my pad and I'm practicing, and there's so many scenes in that movie that's just like, bro.
Yeah.
And so that all those things inspire me.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Shout out to my guy Cartier Conway. You know man. Crazy. Great interview.
Much love.
And great interview.
Much
this
love.
Guy came over and put
great,
it down.
Great.
Loved it. So, what's your opinion on drummers who show up with 37 cymbals and 12 times just to play a 3-piece groove?
Did you just skip over that? What's wrong with you, man? Yo, you crazy, bro.
What'd I do?
Anyway.
I missed
it. Yeah, you totally missed it.
I sure enough did.
Anyway.
What did I miss? I'll watch it back over. What the hell I missed? I don't know. What happened?
Man.
I said something?
Yeah.
What did I say?
You put it down.
Oh, God Damn it. Time out for me on that shit. Oh my God. Look at, see that? Look at that.
He
Pause
tapped in to put it down.
He tapped in and rode the wave.
on the smothered stuff.
Yo, what is going on right now? Oh my God, I'm loving this. And my slow ass, I ain't even seen it. And I'm like, you tap the wall, you put it down. Woo! And I'm just over here like, next question. I'm thinking he laughing at my question. I'm like, oh shit, like
no. Your question is cool.
I'm going back my guys.
Like
what you said before that, like you know.
We just, hey man, we just being brothers in the great environment.
Yes, sir.
That's all.
All right, so. Did you get my question?
Yes, as far as that, I mean, I don't know. I can't judge. I can't judge on what people need to get their sound out and play and all that kind of stuff. But for me, my favorite is way less. 5-piece kit, give me about maybe 4 or 5 cymbals, and I'm good.
Okay.
You know, I think for me that's enough.
Yeah.
Some people have a different approach, and you know. Some make it work, and some actually, you know, do that. Like when you watch people like Eric Moore, who got a huge set,
God.
but he makes great use of everything he has, or Tony Royce,
or
Chris Coleman, or
he gonna play everything.
You know, yeah, you know. But some people have it, and they just it's like, why do you have all of that?
Right.
You know what I mean? But. You know, I wouldn't tell those guys that like, okay, dumb your set down. No, I love what they're doing. So it just depends on who you are and how you hear the music.
I almost want to take 5 like a motherfucker. Like, yo, I need this AC on for like 12 minutes, nigga. Just give me 12 minutes, please. I'm melting. But anyway, I know that's what it is. This show is lighting, so that's what it is. All right, so you travel the world. What's one city where the crowd energy like blew your way? It was like,
oh man,
I know you've been all over the place, but
that's a. I mean, Africa was just a whole nother different experience.
I want to visit there. I've never been there, but
Africa is amazing.
I heard there's a vibe out there.
It's amazing. So that's just a whole nother experience. But you've been to Europe and you've been to Asia, so you know it's interesting when you travel outside the country. People are really more in touch with the art. They're not in touch with the popularity or the business of the music. You know what I mean? It's more about the art. So when you go outside, it's, you know, you have certain places here, like, again, no disrespect, but if you're in Brooklyn or if you're in Harlem, you know what I mean?
Thank you.
You know, that's an energy in its own. You know what I mean? So, but I find that, you know, most of the time when I travel out the country, they're really in touch with the art of it. You know, they don't care about how many followers you have or how many records you sold or whatever. They're there because they actually love the art.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Dope. So how did growing up in church influence your, like, you know, like your pocket, your discipline, and like musical instincts?
Oh, bro. You know how it is in church. They kick you off the set if you don't know what you're doing.
Right.
And this was like in church back in the day. It wasn't, they wouldn't pull you to the side. They're like, oh no. And Deke come on there and just lay the pocket down. You're like, oh, okay, well. So there was a different way of going about what you do. You had to know what you were doing. You know, you had to be sure about what you're doing because you had to know these songs. You had to know the arrangements. They weren't playing about that, you know, because it wasn't just how they looked. It was instilled in us. You're doing this, and you're playing this, and you're singing this to God.
Yeah.
So it was back in growing up. It was way more sacred. You know, it wasn't so much for show. They were really more in touch with the spirit of it, and it's like, okay, this is sacred. Play around or anywhere else you want to do, but when it comes to this music,
real,
have it together.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot of discipline in church. Like they don't play around.
Oh, bro.
They don't play around. Well, even when it comes to like singing and vocals. Oh, go ahead and be flat, please. Go ahead and just decide to be flat if you want to. See how they don't come over there like whoa. And then what they'll do is, what's the scariest thing is that if to find out who it is, they're gonna start asking people individually.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sonia, you go ahead. All right, you fine. All right, Bertha, go ahead. All right, you fine. Okay, Tracy, go ahead. Oh, okay, that was okay, but you fine. Okay, cool. Nancy, go ahead. Yeah, we found a problem. We found a damn problem. Nah. Especially when they get that look. You know when they get that look? They get that look like this, and then you see their eye go.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Like, church today is so nice, bro. It wasn't like that when we were growing up.
Oh, yeah.
They
let anybody just.
They call you out right then and there in service.
Oh, yeah. Oh, during service, too.
Bruh, you get it.
Right. Be like, hold on. Stop the offering. Hold on.
Yeah.
Come here. Brother Clarence.
Mm-hmm.
There's always Clarence in church.
Bruh, pretty much.
Brother Clarence.
Pretty much. And he comes sliding in with them patent leather shoes and shirt socks and sit on the drums and kill it. You like, yeah, I just got kicked off with it. Oh, that ain't happening no more.
All right.
So you practice it all week. I'm gonna play this song.
And they used to do that. At that time, when the church is all cleared out, they go over there and play and practice.
Yeah.
That's how it go. All right. So, Okay, so let me see. What's one piece of advice you give to any young drummer trying to go pro today?
Know your craft. Don't just search YouTube to get licks and all that kind of stuff. Drum licks. Here we go again. Jeez, Jay. Drum. God.
Listen, as long as you recognize, I have to say
Anyway. Know your craft.
Yes.
Know how to play a song.
Yes.
Don't just search for your space so you can solo or do something cool.
This is the most possible show.
Bro, it's crazy.
This is fun.
It's crazy.
Okay, ahead.
I don't know. Maybe it's all the sparkling over here.
But yeah.
But know your craft. Get into the craft of it. You know what I mean? You know, a lot of people are just searching YouTube and just getting all the popular, like, get your sound together. Don't just tune your drums the way everybody else is tuned. Don't play the cymbals everybody else. Know why you playing what you playing. Yeah. You know, and
that's dope.
You know, so really just get into the craft.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah. So if drums never existed, what instrument do you think you'd be playing, or would you just have like kind of like a regular job, like a chef or career or something? I think you probably would do bass.
Bass or piano?
'Cause I see you a lot of the times. You play bass on the side sometimes.
Yeah, but piano is one of my favorite instruments. Nice. I can't play it, but that probably would be the one. Yeah.
Nice. All right, that's dope. Okay, final question. When the lights go out, well, actually, it's not the final question, but I'll ask you something else. But when the lights go out, of course, and it's just you by yourself, what keeps you motivated, sir?
God always keeps me motivated.
Come on. All right. Okay.
That's all I need, man.
I'm gonna stop asking that damn question. That's just too typical. Everybody's like, God. Nigga, I'm like, nigga, that's it? I'm just playing. But no, I'm saying that should be it.
That's
right,
everything.
That should be it.
That's everything.
That's the point. Yeah.
He's everything, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And if we're not in touch with that, then that's when we're really losing.
Yeah. You're right.
You know.
So that's dope, man.
Yeah, man.
We have a little video too that we're gonna play. You know what I'm saying? For the joint that we gotta show some joint that you showed us, that you sent to us, you know what I'm saying? That we could play for the viewers.
Music video, right?
The music video. Yeah. We ain't got no drum set for you right here.
No. We're just making sure it ain't about no
just the drum set joint. Yo, that's great. Oh, but before you go,
about no smothered stuff.
You see, this goddamn. Okay, we're not gonna talk about any of that stuff. But anyway, I just wanted to ask, because I know we have some fans in here. What's going on with these Knicks? Because now I see Jordan Clarkson. We got Jordan Clarkson now, right?
That's a good move, I think. He's kind of like he's a guy that could do everything. So I think that's
just tell him to stop trying to fight everybody. I mean, he's trying to fight people. Like, yo, what's wrong with you? Relax.
We'll see, man. We'll see. We'll see.
I don't know, man.
I mean, we gotta be proud. I mean, geez, made the conference final. It took us how many years to do that?
We could. You know what?
Gotta be proud.
Let me tell you something, okay?
And you know what? I will say this: all the people that talk bad about Brunson when he got here, everybody owes Brunson an apology.
Oh, of course they do. They do that with everyone.
Because he proved to be a real man.
No, this
in
goes
this
to my
game,
point.
you understand what I mean? Like,
his game was on point. This goes to my point, what I was just about to say. Because I was about to say, let me tell you something. Knicks, I think we should have probably gotten further than where we were. But you know what I think who killed it? You know what I think who ruined it? You niggas! You damn fans. That's what happened. You guys celebrate too damn hard. Y'all be in the streets. Look what happened to you. Look what you did to that guy at the Pacers. We ain't even started the damn series yet. And y'all started throwing trash. Y'all started calling it out like we won already. And don't get me wrong. I know we ain't win shit since 1973. I get it. All right? There's nothing to worry about that. But listen, when we get something, nothing wrong with celebrating. But come on, man, we ain't gotta be trashing that. I know y'all saw the video of the dude that got trashed in the street of Madison Square Garden and got thrown all that, and he did all that stuff. Then what was happening? We win a few games, and I'm seeing people over there, Knicks in 6, somebody, Knicks in 6. We do all this stuff, and we ain't even get that far yet. We have to humble ourselves, and then you put the pressure on the players, and then when they stop playing bad, because I feel they have to impress us because all the pressure that we put on them in the streets, and then when they do bad, then they be like, oh, they shouldn't have been on the team anyway.
Hey, man, New York is
Knicks
New York.
fans, I love you guys, but come on, man, we gotta do better. All right?
Brother,
celebrate at the right time. Celebrate when we get the damn trophy, okay? Then we can do all that. Then we can jump off buildings and crash windows and do all that kind of stuff. But when we're celebrating all hard and pause, and we barely just passed the first round, it's like, what are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? We all have to relax, okay? Knicks fans, I love you.
But we also gotta the players gotta be responsible too, because they come here because they know they can negotiate the kind of contract that they can. So if you really want to be here, make sure you really want to be here.
Damn it, that's a damn good point.
Be ready for that moment.
That's a damn good point.
Because you're getting paid for it.
You are. And you are, that kind of proves the point. You are signed to a team, to a fan that's kind of rowdy and crazy and stuff like that.
If you don't want all of that,
you sign for it. You sign for it. But still, I still tell you niggas to stop putting pressure on them, man. You got to make them feel comfortable to win the trophy, because y'all celebrate too hard, and it's just like, bro, we didn't even get to the damn playoffs yet. Relax. Like, we celebrate like we really won everything. That's just Knicks fans. Anyway, so ladies and gentlemen, because I'm one of them, I'm doing the same thing. I'm yelling at myself too.
We know this.
Right, I'm yelling at myself too. That's what it is. I do the same thing. Put a video out, went viral, stuff like, Knicks, ha-ha. Lost. Anyway, so ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the one and only. Thank you very much, my guy, for coming through here. Mr. Nat Townsley, y'all. Come on!
Thank you,
yes,
brother.
sir.
Appreciate you, man.
Shout out to everybody we mentioned and everything.
Thank
Shout out to Conway for showing up and coming through here. Shout out for Chris, the comedian. Am I saying the name right? Flyboy Chris. Yeah. Damn it. Look at me. Saying names wrong and shit. He's like, Flyboy Chris. That's my fucking name. I stop fucking playing. Anyway, shout outs to him. You know what I'm saying? And yes, we are out of here. Shout outs to Cam Time Media. And that's it. Yo, we out.